Huzzah, everyone! It's Elementalstorm here, and this is the top 5 RPGs for 2015 on the PS4. As those of you who know me, I have done a top 5 for various different things, from the games themselves to all kinds of good stuff. So what I'm doing here is we're doing the top 5 RPGs for 2015 for PS4. Let's start up right off the bat, and let's go with number 5, which is dun 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 dun. Like MMOs, but it's not an MMO type deal. So it very much, for anybody who knows .hack from PS2, it's very much like that. It's a really, really good game. I highly recommend it. And the anime is actually really good too. I finished the whole season 1 and I really enjoyed it. And I'm kind of getting into season 2 now and stuff like that, although when time permits. But it's a really fun game in terms of just, you know, being able to run around and fight these monsters and do these quests and things like that. And then on top of it, you have all the characters from the anime running around. You have some other characters they threw in that are kind of new just for the game. And on top of that, even if you watch the anime, they change it up a little bit, where instead of them actually like waking up after the 75th floor or whatever it was and stuff like that, they actually, what do you call it, they pretty much keep going. In the game, it goes all the way to like the 100th floor. So instead of the anime the way they did it, they make it so it keeps going and stuff, which is really cool. And then, of course, after that, you have Lost Song, which goes to the world of Alfheim and stuff, which I'm still working on that one and things. But anyway, like I said, I definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. The monsters are awesome. The combat's cool, and it very much reminds me of an MMO, but it's not an MMO. So, but you do have multiplayer in it too. You can get together with your friends, and you can go do like quests and missions and things like that. And then you go back to a lobby, and then you go back to another one, go back to the lobby, etc., etc. So it's a lot of fun in that regards. All right, so anyway, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is dun, 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 dun. Touhouden Kiwami. Now, Touhouden Kiwami is a fantastic game. I gotta say, it's definitely one of my favorites, without a doubt. Now, this was originally on the Vita, and then it came. They made more of an enhanced edition, which was Kiwami. They added more stuff. They added more quests, more characters, more everything. And then they decided to bring it over to PS4, which I think was one of their best ideas ever. So they really vamped up the graphics. They made the game like look great on the console itself, and it's just really cool. If you like Monster Hunter, this is a Monster Hunter style game, but it's based in Japanese mythology, and it is just amazing. I would say this is more like action RPG. But I would definitely say RPG, because you create your own weapons, you create your own armor, there is a storyline, everything like that. Now, the storyline part of it, in pretty much to progress, you definitely want to play, you'll play solo, you'll run around with basically NPCs. But the good thing is the AI is actually really, really well done. Not to mention you can even control the AI, like tell them to fall, you tell them to attack, things like that. And they do, and which is awesome. But then the other cool thing, like we do on Saturdays, we play a lot of mission and sort of monster hunting style games on Saturdays and stuff, like Freedom Wars and this and stuff. And so with that being said, we basically get together, like there's about 3 of us, we get together, we jump in, we fight some monsters, we get gear, and that's the best way, honestly, to do farming. So if you want to make like a certain weapon or a certain piece of armor, and you're like, hey, you know, come join me, we're gonna go fight, you know, this Oni and whatever, and this demon, and get these pieces and stuff like that, and that's definitely cool. So we have a lot of fun with that, and I'm looking forward to, I've heard they're already in the making of making a part 2, and it's going to be open world, so that's going to be pretty awesome. I'm very much looking forward to how they're going to do that. And of course, you get to make your own character. You're not like subjected to some character from, you know, a storyline that you don't know. It's great because like I have Storm here, which is awesome, and I can make him any way I want in terms and use the weapons, and the weapons are awesome. You have like spears and giant swords and chains and sickles and gauntlets and rifles and bows and everything. So yeah, definitely a cool one. Alright, so anyway, let's get into number 3. And number 3 is, of course, we have to go with Fallout 4. It just recently came out, but it's definitely a 2015 game. Now, I may be a little biased because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, I love Vegas more. And I do. I love Vegas. I think Vegas was amazing, and Fallout 3, of course, and stuff. But maybe it's because I'm from Boston and Massachusetts. So seeing these, like, areas and stuff, really, like, it's just really cool to see, like, you know, MIT and Harvard and Cambridge and just all these different places, Quincy and all this cool stuff. stuff. So it's very cool for me, and I like the crafting. I like the building the settlements and stuff like that, and all the attachments on the weapons, and the NPCs are really cool. I like the characters and stuff like Valentine and just all the different characters and Nance and everything like that. It's really good. They did a really good job with this one and stuff. It's been a lot of fun, the exploring the locations. I finished the game already on my eviler character by the name of Johnny Ringo, who's more of like a 6-shooter. And but it was a lot of fun playing him, and especially being able to decimate the Brotherhood of Steel. We put the Imperial Death March song on the stream, and it definitely felt like a Star Wars moment. All of a sudden, it was just like destroying the Brotherhood of Steel, and it was really cool. It was really, really cool. But like that, so those kind of things that makes that, like, if I can find that in a game, that's pretty much will throw it into my top 5s, stuff like that. Alright, but with that being said, let's move it over to number 4. This is recently pretty much, number 2. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Oh yes, it is Bloodborne, baby, and this game, it's so good. I made a bad mistake right here too. Right when I opened the video up, hey, look at that. But I was putting it together quick, so I was just like, oh, let me just get some scenes made and stuff like that. I'm using a new system. You'll probably notice that. For one, I'm in my normal stream setup and stuff like that, and for two, I'm using XSplit, which is great because I wanted to do videos that were a little more raw and a little less on like time consuming. And this seems to definitely be working out good. But anyway, back to number 2. So Bloodborne, without a doubt, oh god, such a good game. So many good elements to it. The items, the exploring, the monsters, the battles, just everything is just really good about this game. Then fighting monsters with your friends. One of the big things I love doing on Sundays, for Soul Sundays, is I love getting one of my high-level characters by the name of Mr. Graves and helping people fight bosses. And it's just so cool because, a lot of people... there are people out there that are like, no, I play offline. I don't, have anybody help me and stuff, and that's all good. But then you have people that want to just progress, and they, they're not a gigantic, like, they get frustrated. They get killed by the boss, and they don't want to do it 10 times over until they beat it. They're like, I need help. I want somebody, and that's where I come in. And I'm like, hey, I'll gladly help you out if you let me know which boss it is. We'll meet up, and I'll help you fight him, and hopefully we'll beat him, and and move on. So yeah, it's a really good game all in all. If you have not had a chance yet to play this on your PS4, I highly advise it. Even if you're not a big fan of like the Souls style games and things like that, try it out. And the biggest thing I can always say, it's a learning experience. Like, learn from the mistakes that you make, learn from the fights, learn the styles, things like that, and then pretty soon you'll be dominating. And it's really fun in that regards. Alright, so anyway, by dying again here, let's move on to my number 1 game for 2015. Now, those of you who know me all too well have seen me on stream, I've talked about it, I did a top 5 on it, and it's Witcher 3. Without a doubt, I give my praise to CD Projekt. They pulled this puppy out of the... They home run this thing. They just grand slammed this thing. Witcher 3 was just absolutely amazing, from the storylines to the side quest to the battling, to the signs, to the systems itself, to the awesome locations, to the giant open world, to the different areas and stuff like that, and just all the things you can do in the game. Oh my god, it's just amazing. We played the entire game on stream. The hardest difficulty. It was a great challenge. Finished it. It was so good just to complete the game like that, and yeah, it was amazing. And I love CD Projekt Red for this. I met a couple of the developers when I was at PAX East. They were amazing people, and yeah, it was a really good time, and without a doubt, this is gonna definitely always be my top. Like last year, Dragon's Age was my top game for 2014. Witcher 3 now takes the role of 2015. I can't wait to see what's going to be 2016. Come on, Final Fantasy. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so without a doubt, I have to say Witcher 3, it was just absolutely amazing. So let's do a little recap. We'll come back here for a moment, and we'll talk about this for a second. So those are my 2015. Now, before I do the recap, I want to go in the comment section here, and I want you guys to tell me what are your top 5 RPG games, or actually just in general, what are your top 5 games for 2015? It can be PC, it can be Wii U, it can be anything that you want to put it. Like, I've thought of other ones that I wanted to put in there anyway, like Darkest Dungeon, but that's not technically, that's still early access. Freedom Wars, there's another one. Divinity, I've been playing that a lot, really enjoying that. Lords of the Fallen, there's a lot of games there, but I have to say that these ones here, these are the ones I've had a lot of fun with, that I've really been enjoying, and they're definitely my top 5 RPGs. So let's do a recap. So at number 5, we have Sword Art Online. Again, if you like .hack, it's definitely a game to go check out. A lot of fun, really cool systems. At number 4, we have Tokiden Kiwami. Very, very cool, especially when playing with your friends and fighting monsters together and stuff like that. Also, even just playing the solo and the single-player stuff is really fun. You know, with the different NPCs that actually work well. The AI is actually really decent. At number 3, Fallout 4. Definitely an amazing game. Love the locale. Love the exploration. Just it's Fallout. I mean, there's not much you have to say about it. It's Fallout. Always a good series. At number 4, we have Bloodborne. Just really good. Love the dark overtones. Love the more like it's more like a vampire hunter style like look to it in its own right, which is great. I love the very gothic nature of it, and the combat and the bosses and the outset of it, the mysteriousness of it is just amazing. And of course, number 1, Witcher 3. And again, a big thanks to CD Projekt Red. Such a great game in its own right. So anyway, that is my top 5 RPGs of 2015 on the PS4. Let me know your top 5 games for 2015. Throw them in that comment section. And if you can, give me a like. Throw me a subscribe if you're not subscribed. And come join the amazing times over on the RPG channel on Twitch. www.twitch.tv/Elementalstorm23. Come on over. It's an amazing time. We do RP and chat. We talk about RPGs all the time. We have an amazing community and always playing RPG games. As again, this is the year of the storm. This is the year of RPGs. I'm out of here. I'm going to say huzzah and throw the lightning bolt. Talk to you guys later. Huzzah!